Hello again, YouTubers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm your host, the Board Game Captain, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be reviewing a group of products that are sold by a website and Etsy store known as the Rabbit Hero. Now, here is a business card from the Rabbit Hero for you to see, and as you can see, their website is therabbithero.com, but you can also look them up on Facebook and Etsy. Now, I want to start by talking about this business card because of how cool it is. So the gentleman who runs the Rabbit Hero, he is an artist, obviously, and he makes his own business cards, which he hand paints with these cool kind of different color combinations of strokes across, and then writes them out himself. And you get one of these with every order. And actually, this is so awesome. I have to hold on to it. It's just so cool looking, and the fact that I know he put work into this. And it's just a cool little tidbit I wanted to mention. Now, the main thing about the Rabbit Hero, though, are these. These are the story blocks. Now, he sells these on his website. He sells them on his Etsy store. He also sells them out of a little booth that he does at the Renaissance Fair in Wisconsin, which is where I bought this bunch here and where I discovered him for myself. Now, these story blocks each have a print of his artwork, but each one he hand paints some of the details on himself to make them unique. The flowers in particular, which are a big trademark of his, are hand painted on over the print. So, and these blocks, each one has a name on the back. This one here is called a pestilence. And the idea is that you set them up to tell a story. And now, the interesting thing about the story that you can tell, and again, it could be about anything. You make it up yourself. You buy the blocks. They have the description of what they should be called on the back on each of them. So, for instance, let me just show you some of my blocks here so you can get an idea. Here, this one is the Kitsune, which, if you are familiar with Japanese mythology and folklore at all, is a nine-tailed fox spirit of trickery and such. Now, these two are a pair that go together, and I got these specifically because they had the Rabbit Hero on them, and this one is Intermission. And then we have here, this is, this little adorable creature here is the Tamerlane. And the final one here, this monster here, is the Bugbear. Now, I don't have quite enough blocks yet to really tell a full story, I don't think, but I will be collecting these, and these are incredibly collectible. He has so many of them available, and the concept of lining them up to tell a story and then pointing them out to one of your guests when they come in and they see them sitting on a shelf. Or you can also, the wood he puts them in is pretty soft, and as he told me, it's fairly easy to put a eye loop or something else in the back to hang these on the wall if you wanted. But you can line them up somewhere to tell a story, and then when people ask about them, and they will, because these look so awesome wherever you're going to put them, they look so eye-catching. When someone asks you about them, you can say, oh, those are my story blocks, and this is the story they're telling, and you can run through it and reveal. So this is when the village fell victim to a pestilence, and that is awesome. And one thing I wanted to point out, which I thought was really cool and characterful, is the Rabbit Hero. Now, while the line of these art projects that he does, that he then sells, are known as the Rabbit Hero is not meant to be the protagonist. He's actually meant to be a bit of Deus Ex Machina. He's meant to show up and save the day out of nowhere in someone else's story, which I think is really neat. So he does have some with the Rabbit Hero showing up and fighting monsters and doing different things, but the idea is he's not really supposed to be the protagonist. You pick someone else to be the protagonist, and he comes in and saves the day when they are in great danger. So now, again, his artwork style is phenomenal. I love these. These are great. The concept of creating your own story with these is awesome and very innovative. And these are quite affordable. These little ones here are only about 10 bucks each, which is very affordable compared to similar size pieces of artwork that you might find elsewhere, especially considering that they're not just prints, that he personally paints some of the details on himself on top of the print. Again, specifically, the flowers on each one are hand painted, which is why you can find for sale the same picture but with a different color flower. Lots of different color of the flowers. And I also want to call out one little thing. His website is awesome. He has the little flowers all over his website. They are his trademark. And the little flowers, some of them are Easter eggs. You can click on them and they bring you to little bits of information, specifically about how the flower is a symbol from, I believe, the Aztec culture that is seen in a lot of their hieroglyphs. And also sometimes like little bits of story or poetry and such. Really, really cool stuff. You should definitely try clicking on all the flowers on his website. It actually provides a fair amount of entertainment. So there you have it. These are the story blocks from therabbithero.com or the Rabbit Hero on Etsy. I highly recommend checking them out. There's a lot more. He has a really large variety of these. I think they're very worthwhile. They're really, they make really, really cool decorations for your game room. Very quirky, very interesting, very cool. I'm definitely going to be buying more of them. Let me know down below if you've checked out his shop and if you decided to buy any of these. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see me do more product reviews like this that are geek culture but not exactly gaming, make sure to give this video a like, share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Kaptain. That is Captain spelt with a K on YouTube. And be sure to check out therabbithero.com. Until next time, game on.